Have you ever felt like you've been dropped into an emotional maze with no way out? What happens when you're rejected by someone who seems to understand you on a deeper level than anyone else, yet suddenly becomes an impenetrable fortress of emotional complexity? Today, we're diving deep into the heart-wrenching world of being rejected by an INFJ, a journey that's anything but ordinary. Rejection is never easy, but when it comes from an INFJ, often called the rarest and most mysterious personality type, the emotional landscape becomes incredibly challenging to navigate. INFJ, known for their deep empathy, introspection, and complex inner worlds, don't just break hearts, they leave emotional footprints that can feel impossible to erase. 1. The depth of INFJ connections. When an INFJ connects with someone, it's not a surface-level interaction. They invest their entire emotional spectrum into the relationship. Imagine building an intricate, delicate emotional tapestry, only to have it suddenly unraveled. The connection isn't just about shared moments, it's about shared souls. An INFJ doesn't just date or befriend, they merge. Their ability to see beneath the surface means that when they choose to connect, they do so with an intensity that most people can't comprehend. So when they withdraw, it feels like losing not just a partner, but an entire emotional universe. 2. The mysterious silent treatment. INFJ are masters of the enigmatic disappearing act. When they decide to cut emotional ties, they don't just step back, they vanish completely. This isn't about being cruel, it's their protective mechanism. They'll create such an impenetrable emotional barrier that you'll feel like you're trying to communicate through a soundproof glass wall. The silence isn't just quiet, it's deafening. Every unanswered text, every missed call becomes a thunderous reminder of the disconnect. And the worst part, they're likely processing this separation with surgical emotional precision, while you're left wondering what just happened. 3. Their profound self-reflection. Unlike many who might jump into the next relationship or distraction, INFJ engage in deep, almost philosophical self-reflection. When they reject someone, it's not a casual decision. They've likely spent weeks, maybe months, internally wrestling with their feelings, analyzing every microscopic detail of the relationship. This means that by the time they decide to end things, they're not just emotionally prepared, they're emotionally fortified. Their rejection isn't impulsive, it's a calculated emotional strategy that's been meticulously planned. 4. The illusion of perfect understanding. INFJ have an uncanny ability to make you feel completely understood. Their empathy isn't just listening, it's a profound mirroring of your inner emotional landscape. When they connect, you feel seen in a way you've never experienced before. So when they reject you, it doesn't just feel like losing a relationship. It feels like losing someone who genuinely understood the most hidden parts of your soul. The sense of loss transcends typical romantic disappointment. It's like losing a spiritual confidant. 5. Their commitment to personal growth. INFJ are relentless in their pursuit of personal development. If they've decided that the relationship doesn't align with their growth trajectory, they'll walk away without hesitation. Their commitment to self-improvement is so strong that they view relationship decisions through the lens of personal evolution. This means their rejection isn't just about you, it's about their holistic life vision. They're playing a long-term game of emotional and personal development, and sometimes that means making tough, seemingly ruthless choices. 6. The intensity of their emotional processing. When an INFJ decides to end something, they don't just end it, they completely disconnect. Their emotional processing is so thorough that by the time they communicate their decision, they've already emotionally detached. This makes their rejection feel incredibly final and absolute. Imagine someone methodically dismantling an emotional connection brick by brick with surgical precision. That's how an INFJ separates from a relationship that no longer serves their deeper purpose. 7. Their complex inner world. INFJ live in a rich, multi-layered internal universe that most people can't even glimpse. Their reasons for rejection are rarely simple or straightforward. They might be responding to subtle energetic misalignments that you can't even perceive. This means that their rejection often feels cryptic and unexplained. You're left trying to decode an emotional puzzle with missing pieces, wondering what invisible factors contributed to the disconnect. 8. The power of their intuition. INFJ intuition isn't just a feeling, it's almost like an emotional superpower. When they sense that something isn't right in a relationship, they trust this intuition implicitly. Their decision to reject you isn't based on surface-level interactions, but on deep, often inexplicable intuitive insights. This makes their rejection feel particularly potent. It's not just about what happened, but about what they sensed could happen in the future. 9. Their need for authentic connections. INFJ crave authenticity more than almost anything else. If they feel the relationship lacks genuine depth or doesn't align with their core values, they'll withdraw completely. Their standard for genuine connection is so high that anything less feels emotionally suffocating to them. So their rejection isn't just about you not being good enough, it's about a fundamental misalignment of emotional frequencies. 10. The aftermath of their emotional withdrawal. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of being rejected by an INFJ is the complete emotional shutdown. They don't just create distance, they build emotional fortresses. Getting through to them becomes nearly impossible. This isn't about being vindictive. It's their sophisticated defense mechanism, a way of protecting their incredibly sensitive inner world. Conclusion. Being rejected by an INFJ is like navigating an emotional labyrinth designed by a masterful strategist. It's not just a breakup, it's a profound, often bewildering experience of emotional complexity. Remember, their rejection, as painful as it might be, is rarely about your worth. It's about their intricate understanding of emotional compatibility, personal growth, and the delicate art of maintaining their emotional integrity. Sometimes the most compassionate act is recognizing when a connection has reached its natural conclusion, and that's exactly what an INFJ does with remarkable clarity and depth.